I'm not afraid of dying in a sense because I know where I'm going when that day does come. But what does scare me is dying with unrealized potential. And on last night's Unleashed call, that's what we were talking about in our scripture that we spoke about at the beginning of the call was 2 Timothy 4:7. I fought the good fight, I finished the race, and I kept my faith. And Paul's writing this from prison at the end of his life. And knowing comfortably that he emptied the tank, he gave it all that he had. And when I think about that, I want to be able to say that same thing. There wasn't another person that I could have helped that I missed the opportunity. There wasn't an experience that I could have had that I was scared to have, didn't pursue, didn't work hard enough. There wasn't a goal in my business that I could have reached that I hadn't put forth enough effort. There wasn't a memory I could have made with my kids. Those are the regrets that you hear people bring up whenever they're on their deathbed. And I think that's a very difficult thing to face. But you have a choice to not take those regrets with you. But what's holding you back? It's fear, it's doubt, it's the people that have told you couldn't do it. It's people who've spoken negatively about the choices that you're making. It's your parents, it's your siblings, it's people you went to high school with that aren't doing anything with their lives. It's looking at other people on the internet doing it and saying, oh, they're already doing it, I guess I can't do it. You guys, there's plenty of opportunity out there for you to do what you want to do. Taking advice from people who aren't in the position that you want to be in, or have never taken a risk or done anything in their life isn't going to get you anywhere, because all they're going to speak is fear and doubt and give you every reason why you can't succeed. You can't achieve your dreams. You can't achieve your goals. You shouldn't do X, Y, Z. And we talked about that a little bit on the call tonight. One of the gals that attended was talking about how they hesitate to do bigger things because of the reaction of some of their family. And then some other people over in the chat were sharing that same thing, that their family speaks against the lifestyle of an entrepreneur. And I asked everybody on the call, raise your hand if you face that. Mostly everyone on the call we're all pretty much in the same age group, meaning our parents are all pretty much in the same age group, same generation. And it just seems to be one of those things that's like, that generation grew up, get the 9-to-5, 401k, pension, benefits, etc. Right? That go to college, get a degree type mindset. And for us, who seem to be a little bit more of a risk-taking generation, that just doesn't fit. And there seems to just be this clash there. And it's something I experienced. I mean, my parents, rightly so, spoke out against some of the things I was pursuing, and they were worried about me and my ability to make a living and provide for myself and my family, etc. Even when I started the insurance agency that's now wildly successful, there was a lot of pushback in the beginning. I was crazy. I just needed to go get a 9-to-5 and have steady income and the benefits and blah, blah, blah. Right? But I had to push through that. Nick was sharing the same thing. Just some fractionalization of the family. based on the dreams that he had. Well, you look at the two of us. Nick built an 8-figure real estate practice, now has a multi 6-figure coaching business. I'm building a 7-figure insurance agency, have a 6-figure coaching business. A lot of times have that freedom to do the things that we want to do while, in the time we can find, because both of us work our ass off in our businesses. Because we're still in that building phase and having to do that. And that's okay. For some of you that think that that's your hang up, that's not why you're going at it, because somebody has told you if you don't have a 8-figure business right now and you can't take 6 vacations a year and your business still run, and you have to answer your phone, you don't have a real business, like knock that shit off. There's a building phase that all of us have to go through. You're not going to start your business today and 6 months from now be able to take off to Hawaii for a month and your business is going to run on its own when you come and be just as good as it was before you come back. Your business is probably going to disappear. Let's be real. So you have to get out of that comparison trap too, because that in itself could be what's holding you back, of you thinking, I'm not where this person is and I'm never going to get where that person is, so I'm not even going to try. And that's a load of crap on its own. I'd encourage you to go read the book Mindset by Carol Dweck. Talks about this very thing. That Jimi Hendrix wasn't Jimi Hendrix the first day he picked up a guitar. It took years and years for him to become that skilled. But if he would have looked at someone else that already had 10, 20 years of experience at that time and said, well, I'm not that good, so I may as well not even try, we would have never known Jimi Hendrix. So what do you need to let go of that's holding you back from chasing these dreams? What do you need to let go of that's holding you back from reaching your potential, from living in the purpose that God has placed in you and the mission that He has given you? What is the story you're telling yourself that you need to deconstruct? There's a really cool exercise that Nick has done at a couple conferences when I've watched him speak, and it's write down your limiting beliefs and the story that you're telling yourself of why you can't do things. Literally physically write it down on a physical piece of paper, write the whole thing out, and then crumble it up and throw it in the trash. I challenge you, if that's something you need to do, then do it. Throw it in the trash so you can get even more symbolic. Take it in your backyard, whatever, light it on fire. Burn that story, that limiting belief, whatever it is that's holding you back, that's causing you to leave something in the tank. Because God has more for you. You know it. But what do we take to the grave with us when we go? Right? The business we didn't build, the ministry we didn't start, the person that we didn't help get through addiction, the person who was struggling in their marriage that we didn't speak into, the date that we didn't ask for, the person we didn't say yes to, all of the what ifs, right? So I challenge you today. Start living like you need to empty your tank. Start pursuing your goals, your dreams, your purpose. Like your day's coming, because it is. And you don't want to get to your day and feel like you left so much in the tank. And you get to those gates and you have your conversation with God. And He asks, why? That's the scariest conversation to have. Why didn't you make more of what I gave you? Sit on that today. Pray on that today. Start taking action, because you weren't called to be full of potential. You were called to produce fruit. Matthew 7:16 says, you will know them by their fruit, not their potential, not their intentions, but by their fruit. Be blessed.